Imagine logging into your bank account and seeing six figures for the very first time. Not in your dreams, not someday, but in the next few years. For most people, that feels impossible, especially if you're struggling to save right now or you're watching your expenses rise faster than your income. But here's the truth. Saving your first $100,000 is absolutely achievable in 2026, and it does not require a huge salary, complicated investments, or a miracle. It requires a plan, it requires consistency, and it requires understanding what hundreds of thousands of people have already discovered. Your first $100,000 is hard, but once you hit it, everything becomes easier. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to save your first $100,000, step by step, plain English, no jargon, no fluff. Let's get started. Why your first $100,000 is the hardest. There's a famous quote from Charlie Munger. The first $100,000 is difficult, but you've got to do it. And he was right. When you're starting with $5,000, even an 8% return only earns you $400 for the entire year. That's not life-changing. It doesn't move the needle. So to reach 100,000, the heavy lifting doesn't come from the stock market. It comes from your savings rate, the amount you consistently save and invest every month. But here's where it gets exciting. Once you hit $100,000, everything accelerates. At 8% returns, that money starts generating $8,000 a year by itself. That's the equivalent of saving $667 per month without lifting a finger. Your money finally starts working harder than you do. This is why the first six figures feel like a turning point in your financial life. Strategy number 1, automate your saving system. If you want to save $100,000, automation is your best friend. When you set up automatic transfers, you remove willpower, emotion, and temptation from the equation. Your savings happen whether you're motivated or not. Here's what automation looks like. Automatic transfers of 20 to 30% of your income every payday. Automatically contributing enough to your 401k to get the full employer match. Automatically depositing money into a high-yield savings account earning 4 to 5%. And automatically investing into low-cost index funds. Treat savings like a mandatory bill. The same way you would never skip rent or your car payment, you should never skip paying yourself first. Strategy number 2, slash the big three: housing, transportation, and food. Don't waste your time stressing about lattes. The real savings come from the big three: housing, transportation, food. These three categories eat up 50 to 70% of the average person's income. So even small improvements here can save you hundreds or thousands per month. For housing, consider things like negotiating your rent, renting out a room, or moving to a slightly cheaper area. For transportation, buy reliable used cars, keep them for 10 years, or go car-free if you live in a walkable city. That alone can save $8,000 to $12,000 per year. For food, meal prep at home, limit restaurants, and buy generic staples instead of brand names. By optimizing these three categories, you can free up $500 to $1,500 every month without feeling deprived. That's what moves you towards six figures. Strategy number 3, increase your income on purpose. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. You cannot frugal living your way to $100,000 quickly. You have to grow your income. The fastest way? Negotiate your salary. People who negotiate regularly earn up to $1 million more in their lifetime. Develop valuable skills, take certifications, switch jobs every 2 to 3 years if it increases your income by 20 to 30%. And add one small side income stream: freelance work, digital services, or monetizing a skill you already have. Even an extra $500 to $1,000 per month cuts years off your timeline. The combination of reduced expenses and increased income is the real wealth accelerator. Strategy number 4, be smart about taxes. Taxes are one of the most overlooked parts of building wealth, but strategic tax planning can save you thousands of dollars a year. Follow this order. 1. Contribute to your 401k until you get the full employer match. 2. Max out your HSA if you're eligible. It has triple tax advantages. 3. Max out your Roth IRA. 4. Go back and max out the rest of your 401k. 5. Only then invest extra money in a taxable brokerage account. This hierarchy can save you $3,000 to $8,000 a year in taxes. That is money that stays in your pocket and compounds. Strategy number 5, invest simply and consistently. You do not need complicated investing strategies. You do not need to pick stocks. You do not need to time the market. You need a simple, boring, repeatable plan. Invest in low-cost index funds like VTI or VOO. Automate those contributions. Set it once and let it run. Consistency beats perfection. A simple plan executed faithfully will outperform a complex plan you constantly worry about. How long will it take you to hit $100,000? Let's break it down with real numbers using a 7% return. If you save $500 a month, you'll reach $100,000 in about 12 and a half years. If you save $1,000 per month, you'll get there in around 7 years. $1,500 per month brings you down to just under 5 years. $2,000 per month gets you there in under 4. And $2,500 per month, just a little over 3 years. Doubling your savings rate nearly cuts your timeline in half. This is why optimizing expenses and growing your income matters so much. Common mistakes that slow people down. Lifestyle inflation. If you get a raise and instantly upgrade your life, you'll stay stuck forever. Automate your raises into savings before you ever feel that money. Keeping too much cash beyond 3 to 6 months of expenses, the rest should be invested. Cash feels safe, but it loses money to inflation. Paralysis by analysis. The people who wait for the perfect investing strategy rarely build wealth. Start with a simple 3-fund portfolio and automate it. Done is better than perfect. How to stay motivated on the journey to $100,000. Saving $100,000 is a marathon, so make it emotionally sustainable. Break your goal into 5 milestones of $20,000 each. Celebrate each one. Track percentage progress instead of staring at the full number. Saying, I'm 37% of the way there feels a lot better than I still need $63,000. Most importantly, stay connected to your why. What does $100,000 represent for you? Freedom, security, a future home, the ability to walk away from a job you hate? Make your reason real. Make it visible. Your motivation lives there. Your 2026 action plan. I challenge you to adopt these action items for each month of this year, and I guarantee you'll make leaps and bounds towards saving $100,000 in 2026 beyond your wildest dreams. January. Calculate your net worth and start tracking it. February. Max out your 401k match. Open your HSA and contribute to your Roth IRA. March. Automate all savings and investments. April through June. Focus on optimizing housing, transportation, and food costs. July. Ask for a raise and start your side income project. August and September. Review and optimize your investment strategy. October. Position yourself for year-end bonuses or financial windfalls. November and December. Max out contributions before the deadline. This plan alone puts you ahead of 90% of people. In summary, saving your first $100,000 isn't just about money. It's about becoming the kind of person who follows through on a long-term goal. Someone who builds, who grows, who doesn't quit. Will it be easy? Absolutely not. Will it be worth it? Yes. Open your high-yield savings account today. Increase your 401k contribution by 1% today. Automate that first transfer today. A year from now, you'll wish you started now. Your first $100,000 is waiting for you.